Well, hello, movie hero fans and just fans of movies in general. This is my review of the movie Eye in the Sky. I just went over with my girlfriend. We went to go see the movie Eye in the Sky. We had to be traders because I work at the Village Cinemas here in Idaho, where I live. Um, and the Village Cinemas is owned by Cinema West. It's based out of California, and that's the only place I see movies. I get free movies there, and I really don't go anywhere else to see movies. But I haven't been to Edwards in a long time. So um, Edwards has got 22 screens versus where I work at the Village, we only have 15. But I went over there because since they have more screens, they get a lot more movies. Edwards is owned by Regal. It's Regal Cinema, so we had to go over there and be traders. So sorry everyone at the theater, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And they don't show certain movies, so I wanted to go see this movie mostly because I'm pretty sure that it's Alan Rickman's last film. Don't quote me on that because maybe he has some other secret project that we don't know about, but basically, Eye in the Sky, it stars Alan Rickman, Hellen Mirren, Aaron Paul, the three main stars, the only really recognizable people in the movie, and basically, Mirren is some kind of commander in the, I want to say Air Force or Army, one of those. It's a little unclear. Didn't mention exactly what branch of the military it was, but she was a commander, lieutenant, something like that, and she reported to even higher up um, to Alan Rickman. Sorry, I almost spaced on his name, but yeah, the late great Alan Rickman, and then you have Aaron Paul, who is the soldier who flies the drone. So he is in Las Vegas, and then you have Alan Rickman and Helen Mirren in England, and they're in two separate places, but they're in England. And then so they tell Aaron Paul that essentially they found these terrorists over in Nairobi, Kenya, in Africa, that they found these terrorists who have killed hundreds of people, and they have a chance to try and capture them, but some things go just not as planned as happens in most movies, and so they decide that they have to strike with deadly force and take them out. So, but the only problem is there's a lot of innocent civilians around. First and foremost is a little girl who's selling bread for her family right out in front of the terrorist's house. She doesn't know it's the terrorist's house. She just picks a place and sets up shop and gonna sell this bread, and the terrorists are in the house right on the other side of this wall from where she's selling the bread, and so Helen Mirren tells Aaron Paul's character he needs to strike with deadly force. He's controlling the drone that's flying around overhead, and so he has to essentially take them out. And then, it also has, I forget the actor's name, but it's the guy who was in the movie Captain Phillips, who says, "I'm the captain now. I'm the captain." And he plays kind of like some kind of ally in Kenya who helps them get really close view of what's going on inside this house. He has this cool little drone that's he has one that's like a hummingbird and another one that's like a beetle, and he just has this little phone remote control thingamajigger, and he is controlling this camera, and he gets in and sees that they're planning a suicide bomb, and so they have to take him out. I don't want to give anything else away. That's literally like the setup for the movie, all of that. And so and basically, I wasn't a huge fan of this movie. I mean, it got a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's another reason why I wanted to see it. It got really good reviews, but I mean, to me, it was just slow, just almost painfully slow. It didn't help that I got 3 hours of sleep last night because I was up all night editing videos, and trying to figure out some problems and kinks that I'm trying to work out in my videos. But so that made me a little tired. But yeah, it was just slow because they're waiting to strike and they got to get approval. It's like Aaron Paul's got to communicate with Hellen Mirren, and Hellen Mirren's going to communicate with Alan Rickman, and then he's got sitting with all these people from, you got like the Secretary of State, I think, and then like the Prime Minister, and like all these different people. There's even more like representatives and people there that they have to get permission to be able to strike because they're supposed to go capture these people, but they decide that they need to strike because it's the only chance they're going to have all these terrorists in one spot. Because they're also after a terrorist, this girl who used to live in England and also has an American passport, I guess. And so she has become a terrorist. And so they're all in this one place and they're planning a suicide bombing attack. And so they got to take him out, and they got to do it quick because they're getting ready for the suicide bomb, the terrorists, and they're watching them on these secret little cameras. And so they got to take him out. But it's so painfully slow because it's like they want to take him out, but they got to get permission from the chain of command and the higher ups, and they have to go through like step after step after step, and you just spend so long. Like the whole thing's about whether or not they're gonna take out this house that has all these terrorists in and blow it up with the drones, and so it's just, I mean, it's just slow and just waiting for something to happen the whole time, and like nothing's happening, and it's like, I mean, I need a little more action for that. So for me, I also have ADD, so I have a hard time focusing. But so yeah, it wasn't a terrible movie, but like Hellen Mirren's always solid, always gives a great performance. Alan Rickman, of course, he's the man, and rest in peace. I can't believe you're gone. Oh, it's sad, but that's what happened. So, but I'm glad we got to see him one last time on screen. So that was a lot of fun. And I will say, Aaron Paul, probably to me, has given his best performance that he's given in a movie since he was in Breaking Bad. It's really a strong, powerful performance. A lot of emotional scenes and things in this movie. So it's just not my type of movie, but I mean, I could see how people like it and why it got such great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So so my score that I would give the movie is a 5 out of 10. So I'm gonna score movies out of 10, and I give it a 5. So I would. It's hard for me to say go out and see this movie, but it got really good reviews. So if this sounds like a movie that you might be interested in, go and check it out, and let me know down in the comments section what you think of this movie. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Don't post any spoilers yet, but yeah, just what do you think, and what do you think of this video in general? Do you agree with my review, or am I just like a big dope that can't focus during movies, and so I need just gratuitous action and violence and comedy and that kind of stuff? But and yeah, so that's my review, 5 out of 10, and you can find me on Facebook.com/Jordan Anderson 2121. Or no, I'm sorry. Facebook.com/Jordan Anderson 21 is it. You can email me at moviehero2121@gmail.com. So if you have any questions that you have for me about anything movie related or anything about this movie that I saw, go ahead and send me a question. I always respond to my emails, and who knows, I might be answering your question live on camera, so I'll give you a little shout out. So, and then you can also find me on Twitter at Jordan83616, and also remember to hit the subscribe button, because it really helps out a lot, and hit the like button and share it with your friends. So if there's someone that that maybe on the fence about seeing this movie, check out my review, and maybe it'll push you one way or the other. So, anyways, I had a great time seeing the movie, even though I just kind of got a little bored in part of it. But that's it. So, we'll see you later.